Yes then YouTube, EAFC 24 is here, and the first video I'm going to drop for you is going to be the best camera and controller settings, because there is one major thing that you need to turn off before you even get playing the game. And yes, I will have a custom tactics video out for you tonight, but please drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below. Remember, I do reply to every single comment, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So the first controller settings part of the video is the actual controls of the game. I don't change anything on the attack. There is one thing I do change on the defense though, and as you can see, my teammate contain is actually X rather than R1. So they're the only things that I swap around. So I second man press, or teammate contain, whatever you want to call it, is actually X rather than R1. So that, in my opinion, does just make it a little bit easier to defend. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your EAFC 24 coins, please do check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. So the controller settings part of that is done. As we then get into the settings in terms of, like, I don't really know what you'd call it, the other part of the controller settings. Yeah, that's right, the other part of the controller settings. You are going to want to use competitive on the preset, so then you don't have anything on that you shouldn't have, and then you get used to it, and then you go online and then it doesn't feel the same, right? So leave competitive on. The shot assistance is on assisted. That is just the default. Time finishing is on. Now, I actually think it is a real big plus to have time finishing on. I think greening shots is a lot more of a good thing, and it just is a lot more rewarding, and you will score a lot more goals because of it. But, and there is a but, if you are not interested in time finishing at all, 100% turn it off, because there'll be nothing more annoying than you spamming shoot. You know, sometimes when the ball's just bobbling around in the 6-yard box or the 18-yard box, you're spamming circle, all of a sudden you will get that red time shot indicator. So if any of your players shoot, it's going to fly miles over the bar. So you are going to want to use it. Turn it off if you don't use it. But for me, I would 100% use it and give it a go in the arena and see what you think to it, because it really does help. The auto flare passes are off. I don't even know, you can't change that anyway. Through pass assistance is semi. These are all default settings, by the way. Lob through pass semi. Ground pass assistance is on assisted. Again, these are just all on default until you then get to the pass receiver lock. So I play with it on animation start. Now, I know that is a little bit different than quite a lot of people. It's just something that I've always done, including last year. Power up and late, I just don't like it. I find that my passes sometimes go really wayward when I'm using them. So because of that, I've put it on animation start, and I've just found it 20-30 times easier, honestly. My passes are a lot more fluid. They move nice. It just, animation start for me seems to work, YouTube. So because of that, there we are. Pass receiver lock is on animation start. Precision pass sensitivity, I've gone with normal, by the way, but I was looking at high and thinking this looks kind of good, you know. It kind of makes it a little bit more manual. Anyway, I tried high and my passing was all over the place, so definitely leave it on normal. Maybe high is something we can use as we get more used to the game as the year goes on, but right now, 100% YouTube, leave that on normal. The clearance assistance is on default, directional. Defending, yeah, so you are going to want to use tactical defending, YouTube. Advanced defending, I don't like the look of that, in terms of I feel like you're going to give away a lot of penalties with that. And like if I'm pressing X, I feel like my defender's just going to go straight into the back of someone. So I put that on tactical defending. I'm going to guess that is the default settings. Pass block assistance is on. You're definitely going to want to have that on. On the auto switching on air balls and loose balls, 100% YouTube, by the way. 100% you're going to need that. Auto switching move assistance, I have it on none. There's always been a thing that, like, some people have it on low, some people have it on high. I've just always found none to be a little bit more, I feel like I'm just in control. It's kind of like the thing. Like, I do feel like I'm just in control of the player that I'd switch to when I have it on none. So that's why I use that. Right stick switching, I've gone with the old classic. Definitely classic. Look, reading them, you are going to want to stick to classic. It looks like there's new right stick switching methods, which I don't like the look of. However, this will not switch to the player. Yeah, you don't want that. Hold it. No. Yeah, you are going to want to use classic 100%. Right stick switching, reference player relative. For next player switching classic. These are all default settings. I have my player lock on because I do a little bit of player locking. If you don't, probably just turn it off though. Icon switching on. Orbit dribbling. Orbit dribbling allows the player to move and pivot the ball without touching it to do this hold. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. Analog sprint off. Trigger effect, user vibration feedback. Where's the Where's the thing that I want to tell you to turn off? Here we are. Now, this is the big thing, YouTube. If you're going to listen to anything in this video, go over to visual and turn this setting off. Playstyles plus overhead indicators. Now, at this moment in time, there is a little bit of a glitch going around that when you have this on, it's not happened for everybody, but it did happen for me. Hence why I've turned it off. That when you see the playstyles indicator above someone's head, that the game just starts lagging and freeze framing a little bit. It's definitely a visual glitch. So for me, until that has changed in certain games, for me, when I was running down the wing with one of my players and the playstyle indicator come off, all of a sudden I'd get like, not speed up lag, but it would look really framey on the screen. So that's the big thing for me, YouTube. If you're going to take anything from this video, go over to visual on the game settings, playstyles plus overhead indicators, turn that off. Alright, YouTube, turn it off. Turn it off, believe you me. Last but not least then, YouTube, cameras. Now this is... camera settings is kind of a little bit of a personal bias, not personal bias, but it's kind of just up to you, really, honestly, YouTube. Like, for example, I really do like telebroadcast. I always call it my absolute bread and butter. Telebroadcast. I then play on custom on the camera settings, 15 height and 0 zoom. I just like that. It's what I've used for many FIFAs now, really. It has. I've just used it all the time. But there are quite a few people that do like other camera angles. So I'm going to talk you through the other camera angles that you definitely can use. For me, there's 3 main camera angles that are good. So the first one is the one I use, telebroadcast. The second one is co-op. Co-op is probably, in my opinion, the best camera angle because you can see all of the pitch. So if you want to see more of the pitch, you know, you're able to track runs more easily, see runs that your attackers are making and stuff like that. Definitely use co-op. I've tried to use it. I just prefer to be closer to the pitch, really. Really, it's just as simple as that. Classic, and the last one is classic. I really like classic. It is the complete opposite to co-op. So you are very zoomed into the game, very close to the pitch. I really like it for doing skill moves and stuff like that. I just feel nice and in control of my players. So telebroadcast, co-op and classic are the 3 main camera angles, in my opinion, that you are going to want to be using. There are a couple of others that are okay. Where is it? Telly is like the traditional FIFA camera angle. It's been used for many years. I just don't like it. I find it a little weird when I use it. So for me, telebroadcast, classic and co-op. I would probably recommend though, YouTube, co-op. I just feel like it is better for seeing more of the pitch. You know, you can see the runs your players are making. Easier to then track your opponent's runs. You probably be a little bit more solid defensively as well. But for me, I just prefer telebroadcast, YouTube. It really is just as simple as that. Remember, I then do go on custom camera settings, 15 height and 0 zoom. And that right there is the best camera and controller settings for you on EAFC 24. Remember, change them straight away before you even get into the game because it will help you win games. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Drop a like on the video for me. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Peace out. One love.